before doing anything else, sense the quiet continuity of your awareness, already present without effort. Notice how attention can simply rest, like a hand placed gently on a surface, neither gripping nor withdrawing. Allow the body to assume a posture of ease, whether seated or lying down, feeling how the ground, chair, or bed receives your weight without judgment or condition. Let this sense of being supported register fully, and allow the breath to flow naturally, unshaped and unforced, as though it knows exactly how to move without instruction. With each exhale, feel the edges of mental effort soften, creating space for a broader field of awareness to emerge. Today's practice builds on the warmth you have already cultivated for yourself, and for those you love, gently extending compassion outward to include people you encounter in daily life, but may not know deeply. These are individuals who populate your world in ordinary ways: co-workers, neighbors, service workers, fellow commuters, familiar faces whose names you may not know, but whose presence you recognize. Begin by bringing attention again to the heart area, sensing the subtle physical experience of the chest rising and falling with the breath. Imagine the heart as a quiet center of warmth and responsiveness, capable of expanding its field of care without strain. Allow this warmth to feel steady rather than emotional, grounded rather than sentimental. Begin to bring to mind one such acquaintance, perhaps someone you see regularly, but do not have a close relationship with. Visualize them gently, allowing the image to remain soft and simple, without adding stories or judgments. Recognize that just like you, this person wakes up each day navigating responsibilities, desires, uncertainties, and hopes. Sense their humanity, their wish to feel safe, to be at ease, to experience moments of happiness. As you hold them lightly in awareness, begin offering loving-kindness phrases, letting them arise slowly and sincerely. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. May your life be touched by ease. Allow the phrases to align with the rhythm of the breath, each exhale carrying intention outward, each inhale replenishing the heart with steadiness. Notice how this act of inclusion subtly shifts the emotional tone of the practice, broadening it beyond familiar affection into a more universal kindness. Sense whether any resistance arises, perhaps neutrality, indifference, or distraction, and meet it gently without forcing emotion. Compassion here is not about intensity, it is about recognition. Continue offering the phrases, allowing the heart to warm in its own time. Now imagine this acquaintance standing within a wider context of daily life, moving through ordinary moments just as you do. Let your goodwill meet them wherever they are, without needing to be seen or acknowledged. If the image feels strained, let it soften, returning attention to the felt sense of intention rather than visualization. From here, allow the circle to expand slightly to include another acquaintance, perhaps someone from work, someone you greet casually, or someone who simply shares the same environment as you. Sense how the heart does not need to narrow to care. It can remain open while including more beings. Offer the same phrases. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. As you continue, begin to imagine all these acquaintances together, not as a faceless crowd, but as distinct individuals united by shared human needs. Sense the interconnectedness of daily interactions, the subtle ways lives overlap without deep knowing. Let kindness flow into this shared space, like a gentle atmosphere rather than a targeted beam. Observe how the body responds, perhaps with a feeling of softness around the chest, a steadier breath, or a subtle release of tension in the shoulders. Allow these sensations to be present, recognizing them as signs of nervous system regulation and emotional balance. If thoughts arise about who deserves kindness or who does not, gently acknowledge them and return to the simplicity of intention. Metta is not a judgment, it is an offering. Continue breathing naturally, allowing awareness to rest in the balance between effortlessness and clarity. You may notice that as compassion broadens, the sense of a separate self subtly loosens, replaced by a quieter, more inclusive presence. Rest in this experience for a few moments, feeling how goodwill can exist without personal attachment. Then gently reintroduce the phrases, this time offering them more generally to the people you encounter throughout your day. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. May you live with ease. Let these words resonate not only in the mind, but as a felt intention held in the body. Imagine carrying this attitude into everyday interactions, noticing how even brief moments of recognition can soften habitual boundaries. Allow the heart to remain open yet grounded, compassionate yet stable. As the practice continues, sense how emotional awareness expands, becoming more inclusive and less reactive. Compassion here is steady, not dramatic, a quiet willingness to see others as they are. Gradually allow the images of acquaintances to fade, while the field of kindness remains spacious and calm. Bring awareness back to the breath, the body, the simple fact of being present. Notice the quality of mind now, perhaps clearer, more settled, more receptive. Begin to sense the environment around you, sounds, temperature, light, while keeping the heart connected to the intention of goodwill. Understand that this practice strengthens your capacity to meet daily life with greater patience, empathy, and emotional balance. Slowly invite gentle movement if needed, feeling the continuity between this inner state and outward action. When you are ready, allow the eyes to open or the gaze to lift, carrying forward this expanded compassion into your interactions, knowing that each moment of silent kindness reinforces a more connected, humane way of being. Rest for a brief moment in appreciation for your willingness to include others in your heart, recognizing that this quiet expansion of care is both a personal refuge and a contribution to the shared human field. Allow this sense of shared humanity to settle as a quiet baseline rather than a passing state. Notice that compassion does not drain you, it steadies you, orienting awareness toward connection rather than contraction. In the hours ahead, you may find echoes of this practice arising spontaneously, a softer glance, a patient pause, a subtle openness in the body. Let these moments be enough without needing to measure them. know that each time you return to this simple intention of goodwill, you strengthen a trustworthy inner refuge. From this place, presence and kindness move together naturally, supporting both your inner life